Esther's room fill up. Be sure to hit the like, share this content. Let friends, neighbors know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. Come on. Mama said there will be days just like this. Come on. How the Cowboys can fix their offense and defense, plus more. More and more. More and more. Come on, baby. Stand tall or not at all. Come on. Yeah. Yep. The blame game. Come on down. Give me a 1 in the chat if the audio is straight. Give me a 1. Did your team win this weekend? Put a 3 in the chat if your team won this weekend. Come on with it. If your team won this weekend, put a 3. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Woo! Yeah.
What more do you want from me, Spartans? Prepare for glory.
All right. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Shout out to everybody, man. It's Les Green in here, huh? King G, what's good? Jake the Great. John, what's good, man? MVP, I see you, fam. Who else? We got Dallas sports fan. Natasha, what's good? Come on with it. Yeah. Hey. All right.
Now it's here.
It's here, baby.
Or should I say, I am.
Well, we may not had a victory Monday, but damn it, as a Cowboy fan, we for dog sure is having a victory Tuesday. Let me know if I'm lying, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know. And let me ask you this, like, in life, would you rather, knowing that you don't have a chance at it, or to have a chance at it, to ultimately still don't get it, like that's what's the situation with my Cowboys this weekend. It was like, man, by the time, halftime hit, it was like, man, it's still a chance, but it's really not a chance. But is it the one that, close but no cigar hurts a little bit more? Yeah. Sadiq, appreciate you. Is it the one that they got away? Like the dude that probably took Beyonce to the prom? Like, it's those moments that it hurts, it pours down even more. And I can see Eagles fans literally trying to contextualize the fact, well, at least we didn't get blown out. I can't even do my Eagles voice anymore. Yeah, give me the chance. Jimmy said, give me the chance. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But at the end of the day, boy, the predictometer had the Eagles winning. They had a 98.9% chance of winning the game. Oh my goodness, I know y'all slept good last night. I think I heard somebody was singing "Victory is mine." Oh my gosh, man. I know that y'all was happy, joy. Because when the Giants or the Washington team, if they find a way to win, it's like, okay, cool. We really don't poke at them. But we minding our own business. We kicking it. We spitting out the Kool-Aid. Lord, what you put in this damn Kool-Aid, Lord? They pointing their fingers at me. Man, what kind of, man, what you putting in this Kool-Aid, man? You spiking us, man. That's sea salt, man. That ain't sugar, you know. And we minding our own business. We having our own conversation. And then there will be Eagles fans just dropping over here, dropping their droplets over here. And we just trying to make it, man. We licking our wounds. But, man, it's always lovely to be able to be on the other side sometimes. And I enjoyed a year or so Super Bowl. I enjoyed the last 2 Super Bowls, by the way, to a degree. But, you know, it's one of those things, man. We're going to get into this show. But before we get into this show, I got to play this right here. Come on. Lean forward just a little bit, man. You know. Yeah. Let's slap this on here.
Oh, man, that f***ing loss on Nick Sirianni. You supposed to run the ball. Get the ball to Saquon. Even if they don't get it, we got 40 seconds left.
40 seconds.
Let me tell you something. Kellen Moore, let me tell you something. We're going to change your f***ing name to Colin Moore because we need to call more f***ing offensive coordinators and fire. I can't believe this motherfucker didn't run the ball, man. Mm-hmm. We got Saquon fucking Barkley for a fucking reason. Pick your fucking head up.
Pick your head up.
What's wrong with your stupid ass?
And the bird brain speaks, you know. Here's the other part of the conversation. Even within the confines of the rat, the brother is clueless. He's clueless because he said that, hey, he's putting the blame on Sirianni, and he don't know. And he said that we won't kill him more to call it more. Come on. He don't know there's more. But, hey, at the end of the day, I know somebody out here is having a great time now. Oh, snap. Did y'all hear that breaking news? Oh, my goodness.
We answered. I talked stuff. I thought we had it. But it goes to show you who's the better team. And I'm sticking Cowboys.
You're crying.
You crying.
I'm hurt. I love my Eagles. I don't believe this.
You going to flap the hat one more time for the Eagles for the hard fight they did?
Let's go, Birds. Fly, Eagles fly. Still Super Bowl champion.
Oh my gosh. Oh man, laughter makes us all younger, right? You know what I'm saying? It makes us all make our skin glow. Oh my goodness, man. We slept good last night. You know, it's been one of those things where you sit back and say to yourself, this is the moment that we've been loving. This is music to our ears. Shout out to my guy, Cole Cowboys. We're going to play him right quick. Music to my ears. Come on. Hey.
Give you some sympathy. I can give you some sympathy right there. You know what I mean? Eagles Uncut said season over if Nick not fired by next week. I can give you some sympathy right there. But now you got Slay on Twitter right now saying that it's his fault that the Drake London scored. How the hell is it Slay's fault? No, it's not Slay's fault. It's Kellen Moore and the offense fault for not running the ball with Saquon Barkley in obvious situations that you should run the ball in. It just don't make sense, bro.
For 4 years, man, let me get all up off the Eagles, though. But for 4 years or more, we done had Kellen Moore. And every time we try to open up our mouth to speak upon those things, we used to see some bird droplings that say, no excuses, no excuses. Now y'all really see how good Dak Prescott really was, you know, or is. Or now you can clearly say, And shout out to Dak Prescott cousin, if that the case. You know what I'm saying? Dak cousin, he ran down there and did his thing. Come on, man.
All I ask
Come on.
is when
Come
you
on.
lay your head on that pillow.
Shout out to your Dak cousin. You know.
I gave everything I had.
Kellen Moore, the defensive coordinator, too. Oh, my gosh, man. This is the lead right here. Well, we didn't get to the lead yet because we're going to listen to my guy, Jerry Jones. But before we go any further, the defensive coordinator, Cowboys, defensive coordinator Zimmer takes blame for major Saints loss. I didn't coach up good enough. These type of things happen, you know. And shout out to you, King, early to honest, you know. And one man's trash is another man's treasure, though. Yeah, did the Eagles win? But pay attention. Listen to us right now. Listen, Linda. Linda, listen. He says, I didn't coach up good enough. Now, measure a man by his actions, not his words, right? So what we're going to do here, and shout out to you, Byron. He says Saints are going to dismantle the Eagles.
He ain't lying.
He ain't lying at all. Measure a man by his actions, not his words, right? So, but we weight these things upon which he's going to exhibit out there. And it states here, Dallas Cowboys defensive coordinator Mike Zimmer took accountability after he done allowed 44 points, 432 yards in week 2. 432 yards. Sheesh. You know what I really most of the guys I didn't coach up good enough. He said it's really isn't one spot. There were some things that we didn't do well at. We ran under some blocks. We had some perimeter runs, outside perimeter runs, issues. But that's me, you know. Put the blame on me. Fall on the sword, me. Cowboys edge rusher Micah Parsons, he's going to expound upon some things. Now, shout out to Bleacher Report for this report, for snippets of this particular interview or podcast, I meant to say, Podcast Parsons. So you guys can check out Podcast Parsons. I think he already got the full interview up. But let's get into what he had to say, ladies and gentlemen, and I appreciate y'all. You ready with it? Let's get ready with it, baby. Got to put this music on.
My biggest takeaways from that game, one, the effort was not there by all 11. It doesn't matter who plays well, who didn't play well. The effort by all 11 wasn't there. The basic fundamentals of the game of football was not there. And, you know, at the end of the day, you have a standard of who you are during training camp. And
one of these, I'm going to go to Twitter. Let's see what we got here. Just before we play the rest of that audio, want to be able to put this out there. Shout out to my guy, Defy Talk. In a span of several hours, we heard Parsons is on us, not Zim. We showed no effort. Zimmer, it's on me, baby. It's on me, baby. You know, reincarnation of Yellow Beezy's song. Mike McCarthy, I didn't see lack of effort. Big Mike, what you doing, bro? What are you doing, Big Mike McCarthy? I like Big Mike. Action Pal says, we to the woo. Put wee woo in the chat, y'all. I'm gonna have to go get that drop from Boss Cowboy. Is wheeze to the woo with that? And want you woo woo woo?
Throughout this process to get you ready for the season, we didn't uphold that standard. That wasn't the Dallas Cowboys that I saw or I knew that showed up last week. It was not the same team this week. Was it the preparation? What was it? I don't know, but I'm determined to get this thing right. As you said, I'm trying to step up this year. I'm trying to be that guy for our team, and we have to be a whole lot better. And it's going to start. It started today. I feel like we made a big jump. Obviously, breaking down the film it was hard to watch. You know, at the end of the day, you know, coming on to the show, coming out live, you know, it's hard to talk about the losses. It's hard to take it. But anyway, we got to take this loss and learn from it, right? It's early in the season. It's kind of reminded us of the Broncos a couple years ago, Arizona last year. But the championship's not won right now. We got a whole lot of time to get this together. We got a whole lot of time to keep getting better. And this is going to be a big week to kind of get better. We're going to get more into Baltimore down the line. But, you know, but for right now, let's just focus on Cowboys. You know, the fans have a lot of questions. What was the difference between this week and last week? Honestly, to my standard and level, I wouldn't say there's a big drop-off. But, you know, I don't know if it was just an earlier game or, you know, but, you know, we weren't flying to the ball the same way. We weren't striking blocks the same way.
Right.
We weren't playing complimentary football. And I keep telling you guys, complimentary football is so big in the NFL. Special teams has to be clicking. Offense has to be clicking. Defense has to be clicking. And we just weren't clicking defensively. I thought Dak played a really good game. And we did not help our quarterback.
He said we didn't help our quarterback. Now, disclaimer. Before I say this, not everybody is equipped to handle this. But that's why I said disclaimer. If you click on that video, whether it's on Instagram, Facebook, the X app, YouTube, MySpace, wherever it's at, Christian Singles. If you click on that particular video and read upon the comments, I will have to give Micah Parsons a round of applause because he's better than me. He's better than most of us. But didn't we get our ass handed to us on September the 15th? He did that podcast on September the 16th. Me and the Twin Maker, man, it's difficult, man. We used to, before I got into content creation, if my team lost, I wouldn't be able to turn on the TV until Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm a sore loser, y'all. I can't stand losing. But Micah Parsons taking this on the chin, you know. Shoot, he taking this on the chin. I thought that the off days were Tuesdays. Micah Parsons said, let me go ahead and get this interview, this video out. You know, the tape, the all 22 ain't even out yet when he did that video. But I get it. This is a new era. He's not going anywhere. You know what I'm saying? So you guys that's complaining about Micah Parsons, the podcast Parsons, shoot, let that man live. Let him get that bag. Let him do him is what I'm trying to say. But he said that they didn't strike, they didn't hit. Mike McCarthy, Dak Prescott, Micah Parsons, and Mike Zimmer. All of those boys are not on the same page. You can throw in Lamb too on what they've been saying since that L. You know, they haven't been on the same page. Dak Prescott just the other day said, yeah, we wasn't on cloud nine after beating the Browns. The coach, Mike McCarthy, said, yeah, man, we was on cloud nine, you know. Mike Zim, he's sitting here saying that, hey, it's on me. Right? Parsons has said, hey, we had lack of efforts. Mike McCarthy said there were no lack of efforts. We was doing all we can. So it is what it is. That actually said, Law, you team BR now. I see what you're trying to say. Hey man, you know, don't become between me and my coins. Come on, man. Who need the money more, me or Parsons? You know, the man got his own money. The man got his. Look at his money. The man got his own money. So if Parsons can do it, I can do it. Let Jerry accidentally pay me one time on a Parsons check. You know. Yeah. Give not just one of them. Give me about 2 or 3 of them. You know. Yeah, I would love to see what that feels like. Yeah. Put pay law in the chat. Brought to you by Texas Smoke. Is Texas Smoke somewhere still here? We don't want to run you off. But neither here nor there. Let's watch this video on efforts. Now I ain't the biggest guy in the world. I'm not the biggest guy in the world. Neither is 83. He did a ham sandwich and some French fries. Matter of fact, give that brother a burger. You see 83 on the edge here? He get gobbled up, man. He gets swallowed in all of that. And when we talk about efforts, it is what it is. Pay attention to 83. And I think that this cut up is really terrible. But Brooks is just not strong enough, man. And what the Cowboys got to do is with my natural eyes and with you guys' eyes as well. We seen Ryan Flo pack a great punch on the blocks and things. And what I'm trying to tell y'all, if we want to win games down the stretch and change the mindset, we gonna have to get physical. You know, we gonna have to raise our aggressions. I hate the fact that one of the identities of this team is when we get punched in the mouth first, we don't have no counter. Like, that was foolishness that they inserted in the book. Turn the other cheek. No way. I ain't turning no other cheek. That's what he did. That Christ did that stuff. No. It's an eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth over here. And we need to adopt that mentality, that mindset. You slap me, oh, hell yeah, I'm getting my lick back. And the Cowboys adopted this particular mindset that it's okay. We love thy neighbor. We would turn the other cheek. You know. We don't have that aggressions, man. Even from the coaching aspect. I need to see these guys on the sideline get fired up. I need to see if these guys can stand on business and not fold. Yeah, somebody said that's booty cheeks, yeah. So at some point we got to adopt that type of mindset. We got to figure out ways to be more aggressive. We got to figure out ways to be more impactful. We got to tote something to let people know, man, you ain't finna run in my house like this. And it's too many times we have seen us getting manhandled and not being able to address these things. Now, we can say it's culture, but it don't matter, man. When you take a lion, you can take him out of the Serengeti and put him in a zoo. He's still gonna. You fall off in that zoo, he's still gonna tear you up. And we need to have that approach, ladies and gentlemen. It's too many times that I'm hearing soft from the Cowboys. Too many times. And we need to step up and be hard. We got to be hard from the start. You know? You know what I'm saying? And speaking of that, let me see if I can pull this over here. Shout out to my guy. Let's listen to him.
We have to have an honest conversation, y'all. And it hurts, right? Y'all know I bleed blue. Y'all know I bleed blue. I'm gonna be out there next week. Still repping. We bleed this blue and silver. But what Cowboys fans have to understand, listen to me. I love y'all, but let's listen to me when I'm talking to y'all right now.
Listen, Linda.
We have to understand we are who we are. Well, then who are we, Tuck? We're fake bullies. We are fake bullies, right? And some of you guys that kind of grew up in different environments, we all knew the guy who's tough. He's a dog. He's gangster. He's hard. Until other gangsters come around, right? It's easy to go to the suburbs and be gangster. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the hood, I'm from the block. It's easy to do that.
Block.
You know what I'm saying? That's who the Cowboys are. We're 260 pounds, and we find the littlest kid at school with the glasses on who's weighing 100 pounds, and we beat them up. We shove them into the lockers. We take their lunch money. Daniel Jones, give me your money, bro. We pocket check, little homie. Deshaun Watson, pocket check, little homie. Give me that. We taking everything from you. Mac Jones, Zach Wilson, we pocket checking everybody. We gangster. Until someone our own size shows up. And I don't want no problems with you, bro.
Hey, man.
I don't want no problems with
you.
Whoa, hey. San Francisco, whoa, bro. I didn't mean all that, bro. I didn't mean all that. It's fake toughness. It's fake toughness. And we keep covering up our toughness and our gangster by all pros. Whoa, tough. Look how many all pros we got. Tough, look how many Pro Bowlers we got, huh? We're not built like that yet, y'all. We are not built like that. Teams that have this toughness and this attitude is not fake created. You can't just build it overnight, right? It's a culture thing that comes down from up above.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Come on, man. Up above, the world so high. It is up above, like a diamond in the sky. We twinkle, twinkle, little star. Oh my God, Jay Recruit, what's good? They set the wrong tone with Zeke. They set the wrong tone with Zeke on the bench. Zeke needs to start, feed at least 20 times to wear down the defense. Yeah. I like Rico. I like Deuce Vaughn's story. I like Hunter. But if we really wanted to set the tone, and I know, I get it. Y'all can talk about how slow he is, how he can't capture the edge anymore, but you set the tone with a guy like Zeke. You set the tone on those long deliverable plays on Carr, because when he doing a diagonal drag, those are long developing plays. You set the tone that whoever get to the quarterback, don't tap him. If it's early, you bring him down to the ground. And he gonna be like, hey, that's a late hit. Yeah, but you won't do that 5 to 7 step drop again. No. And if you're small, and you try to catch a ball across the middle, you lay him out like Family Guy. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. But neither here nor there, not to take up all of y'all beautiful time. Let's listen to Jerry. Jerry, come on, set the tone with us, man.
Now here on Sean and RJ, 105.3 The Fan. Good morning, Jerry. How are you?
Hey,
guys. Good to be on with you today, and let's hope we can straighten this thing out.
Yes, sir. Jerry, did that feel like Green Bay 2.0, the Packers playoff game all over again Sunday?
Really, not really at all.
Before we go, Sydney states you got Zeke, you got Dalvin, just need a finesse runner. That's more than enough to get the job done. So you can go with Zeke, Dalvin, and then Rico and still activate Hunter, right? So those would be a good set. Not to just kick off and say, hey, man, what about Deuce Vaughn? You know, I'm looking for outside stretch runs. I'm looking for the ability to crease and get upfield. I got to see that. And if anybody want to give it back to a team, let Cook be activated this particular week against the Ravens, right? So let's see what we can do, right? Let's go.
It felt more like, I think it was described the opening day many years ago. We just really felt like that you had the mentality of mentality being the lack of quickness, urgency, and the importance of in some cases not running around your block, in some cases not running through the block if you're a defensive guy. I just think they made us pay. They came in really ready to play at a very high level, and we were not. And that really took its toll because they used that to effectively make plays early that under any normal circumstances, when you get worn down with the running against the running game, you usually have an entire team that feels the impact.
All right, before I see y'all, man. Zeke gonna get 1 yard. I see you, fam. Or Zeke ain't doing this and doing that. Who on the Browns secondary versus the Saints that you would take a player over? Like out of the Saints secondary versus the Brown, like would you take Adebo or however you say that dude's name over Denzel Ward, Emerson, Greg Newsom, Grant Delpit? Who on the Saints would you say, hey man, give me nobody, right? All right, so that's one check. Okay. All right. So you had week 1 Zadarius Smith and Myles Garrett. On the Saints, who would you take over one of those guys? I'm just trying to figure it out. And I know, two different weeks, 2 different things. I get all of that. But I think the proper approach is that when this thing, when the scale of balances hit its peak, you guys going to literally see that the Browns defense collectively is going to teal out and be better than the Saints defense over a process of time. When you only have 2 games, there's not a lot of information out there, But when 5 or 6 weeks coming around the way, you're going to sit back and say, damn, them Browns are going to be a whole lot better defense than the Saints. But for right now, the sample sizes and Costco's is really good. It's really good. It is flat out good. And it's still early. It's still early. It's been 1 bad game, and people want to take the 1 bad and say that this is who the Cowboys will be for the foreseeable future. But if we had 1 good game, they would take that and say, nah, prove it to me more. So if you have a bad game, it's equivalent to say to yourself, all right, that's more provable, right? So the undefeated team, shout out to TD Labs, right now, these are the teams that didn't even scratch a loss yet. So if you just judge this based off of 2 weeks, you would identify this right here as these are the elite teams because they haven't lost a game. But verily, verily, I say to all of you all that this sample size is still not good enough. It's just a sample. Right now, you can say, oh, man, they world beaters, man. Oh, man, the Saints world beaters right now, man. The best team. Hey, the hottest thing in 2024. Glenn Capers, what happened to setting the edge on the day? And Byron says, Law, we have seen this for over 5 years now. And David, I feel you, man. I feel you. There's not even Zim did took the blame, ladies and gentlemen, for those who just not tuning in. But these are world beaters though, right here. Let's see what happened down the stretch.
And that's the best way that I can explain it. What is a fact is that the players that we have out there can play what we were trying to do Sunday a lot better. They can do that. And all they have to do is do that with just more emphasis, more feeling that controlling that block on you, controlling it, getting to a spot quicker, that makes the kind of difference that we saw Sunday. So this doesn't call for a change in the system. It doesn't call for a change in the player as much as it does take what we've learned Sunday. You can look at it the week before, and we didn't have some of those same issues, but this can happen to you. So I think that's the best news. The thing that if I were a fan, I'd look at is this something that we've got the year to look forward to? And the fact is, it is not.
Jerry, in the off season, you had talked about the run defense. We've all talked about that as a weak spot for the Cowboys. Does this make you worry that what you guys did to address it is not going to work with what Alvin Kamara and the Saints did run game wise?
What you saw was an addressing of the run game during the off season. You saw the fact that we are doing some things differently in the run game, and you saw the results of it not being done well. And so you've got to do what we changed to do. You have to do that better than we did out there, to almost be trite to say that. But the point is that the players that we have can do it better, and each one of them cumulatively will make that defense better. And it looks dramatic as though it's but these are not dramatic things that can be corrected that I'm talking about.
No doubt. So I get it, y'all. It's been 30 years or nearly 30 years. And we got the crystal ball. And I see you, Seabass. He said, keep telling yourself that it's only been one game. So who going to win the Super Bowl this year, Dan? Who's going to win the Super Bowl this year? Did y'all seen how many moves the Eagles made this offseason? What are their record? I'm awake. What is your record? How many moves did you guys make this offseason? Sign Saquon. Sign Jahan Dotson. Sign Bryce Huff. Who's going to win the Super Bowl? It's too early to tell, right? So if it's too early to tell who's going to win the Super Bowl, so why y'all getting all antsy about one loss? Now, Zim did state that back in the days, his first time coaching or what have you, I guess it was against the Eagles, they ran for over 200-300 yards on him, the pickle juice game. And he made a vow to himself, hey, we're going to get this done. We're going to be able to set things straight. Yeah. Stop. I always say stop your law, but hey, unlucky says the Jets, right? Come on with it. So you guys got to allow these adjustments to happen. I'm not finna crown nobody in September. Shoot, it's not even football weather. It's still warm outside. It's hot, man. People sweating. Wait till it get cold. What the Saints do, will it be transferable when it get cold? Will the law of diminishing rates of return brace upon them guys, right? So it's a long season. Would you rather be 4-0 in September or 4-0 in December? It's those type of things. Like, we talked about this last year around this time. It was so hard to tell people to simmer down, because we was mentioning the 85 Bears, the 2000 Ravens, the 2001 Bucks, because we put up 40 points, I think, back to back. Dismantle both of those New York teams. Then week 3 roll around, we playing the Cardinals with Joshua Dobbs. Not Lou Dobbs, but Josh. And he was able to dismantle us by running the ball to the edge. But what happened within the confines of the week? The war of attrition. It happens. Injuries occurs. The unforeseeable things that change the entirety of the complexity of these games. And I'm not wishing injury upon anyone, but that's life. And you got to be ready for it. So there's nobody that can see who's going to win the Super Bowl today. You can do some speculations and say, yeah, according to this chart, man, there's one guy that we know for sure, Patrick Mahomes. My homie, he's on that list. Well, let's go with it. Let's listen.
And so you basically take, if you will, the group as a whole and say, again, remind what the principle of the defense is, and then you go out there and you just do it with a complete understanding of if we don't do it, if we're not where we're supposed to be, if we're not there at the time we're supposed to be, if we let this guy get to us at a certain time, you could basically have the results we had Sunday.
Jerry Jones here on 105.3 The Fan. Jerry, besides Coach Zimmer, what were some of those other things that you guys did to address the run D that you felt good about?
Well, we got bigger in the middle. And we are bigger in the middle than we have been. And principally that's it. And we got linebackers, I think, that have better skills at defending the run and are basically very capable of reading, if you will, what the guy in front of you is doing. We didn't look like that Sunday, but that's what we've done to address it.
Size do matter. Yeah. Size do matter. The problem is effort. Effort matters too. Coaching matters too. Just because you got the size doesn't mean that you can just, I'm trying to keep it PG-13, but you still got to do your part. We seen Jordan with the mindset of blowing by his guy, so pissed off, instead of charging at the quarterback, he turns around and go back at the dude like, no, the objective is to get to the quarterback, put pressure on the quarterback. So even though we are in this situation of getting bigger, but we got to think big. You know what I mean? Ladies and gentlemen, you got to play up to your part, and that's what it is. No, Paul's size matter too. Paul's do matter, skill, You got to have those type of things. And can we say this? Youth matters too. Youth. The youth. You got to make sure that your guys are mobile enough and have the skill set. Now, it could be transferable. But from what we've seen out of Mozzie, shout out to my guy Mozzie, it's not enough. And them long tooth, we got long teeth now. Normally you get one long tooth. We got teeth that's long. Linval Joseph. It's a reason why the Eagles like, hey, we going to go with the youth side of it, right? Remember, he was on that team for the Eagles. Their oldest guy is Brandon Graham, I heard last night, right? But he's on his way out. But everybody else is 25 and younger with the size. And we got long teeth with Jordan Phillips and Linval Joseph. Saber tooth. But they do miss. Now they missed one of the long tooth. They needed a long tooth last night. but at the end of the day,
She thinking small. We need to be thinking big. You need to be thinking big. You need to be thinking big. Think big.
yo, we need to be thinking big, yo.
Jerry, do you feel that when your team gets, like you mentioned, like they came in with a plan, they took it to you. Do you feel like when your team gets punched in the mouth early in a game that they sometimes struggle to respond?
Well, when you don't respond, you always feel like that. You always feel like that. Since I was in high school, if you have a team come out, they're playing well, they make some good plays.
Right.
And they continue that doing all play long, you say, well, you didn't come to play. You didn't give effort. That's the game. And that kind of, whether you're observing it or whether you're playing it, that's exactly what the game does. And at the end of the day, when you have
Get
two
it out.
halves of play like that, you'll feel like your team wasn't prepared, didn't respond. That's as old as the game itself. You always feel like that.
That's beating
Jerry,
around the bush.
what did Coach Zimmer have to say when you guys gathered and met and reviewed the film about either the lack of adjustments or what the Saints did to the defense?
We can improve. This is something we can correct. This is not something that we can't look to more like we played at Cleveland than we played out there the other day. We saw things at certain spots we hadn't seen during the preseason. And we had players that were doing things in a way that they hadn't done it before.
No doubt, no doubt. Holly states that in 2007, the New York Giants lost to the Minnesota Vikings 41-17, and they won the chip. Any team can get got. No panic. Yes, indeed. It's all about getting hot at the end. You know what really started the Legion of Boom? It was the year prior. Marshawn Lynch. They figured out a way to make it to the playoffs. I think they made it to the playoffs 7-9 or something like that, or whatever the record was. They were below 500, but they made it to the playoffs. And it was Marshawn Lynch versus the Saints, and he did this crazy run. And this unbelievable run. And I think they ultimately won that game, by the way. But the next year was set up to, hey, let's build around that, And the LOB, Legion of Boom, and all of that, the fullness of the Seattle Seahawks, it gave them hope. They gave them, hey, this is what we need to do. We on our way. So it's not how you start, it's how you finish. The Cowboys, we just need to strike and get this fire on the back end. I don't want us to be like hitting our peak now. I still want us to go through these type of pains, these type of everybody bickering and challenging this team and saying that y'all soft. Damn it, I really want one of the players to see J Tuck video and say, man, this dude sitting in the chair calling me soft. Well, I'm going to show him, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to show him how, pre-pause, how hard we can get, if necessary. Pre-pause if necessary. We're going to show them. We're going to show all of these Cowboy fans how hard we can get. Yeah, and that's what the mindset should be. But sometimes it takes one video.
They've done it before. We would have been able to correct it by example. So the point is, can we take exactly what we're trying to do and have it ready to go, and have it ready to go in a way that can win these games during the season and get ready for the playoffs? The answer is a big yes, we can.
Was there a lack of adjustments by Coach Zimmer during this one?
No, not at all.
No lack of adjustments. My guy says pre-Paul is diabolical. People gonna be like, hey, pre-pause, man, pre-pause.
No, he basically was on the money from the very beginning. We thought we could go back out there and adjust it in the second half, and we, of course, didn't do it successfully. But we can do this, and we can do it with the personnel that we've got out there right now. We've got some really, I'm about as excited over the things and the players that we've got that can adjust, if you will, or play better than they played. I'm as excited about those players, and there are many of them young players, a couple of them newer players. I'm excited about those players as I've been about any in a long time.
Cowboys owner, general manager Jerry.
Let me pause it right here. This is the thing. When we talk about the adjustments, and we can say, well, the Saints took their foot off the gas. Well, in the second half, Zim defense only allowed 9 points. That's a whole lot better than the first half. So let's see if we can figure out some stuff, man, down the stretch and see how much this defense is going to look heading into this next game.
Jones joining us here on 105 through the Fan. Jerry, you just mentioned that the young players that you guys have. How much of maybe some of the struggles that we saw on Sunday are related to the growing pains of having to rely on so many rookies and young players?
That's a good question.
Well, you can put overall 100% of a need to be aware of what happens if you do not execute each of your assignments. You can't run around blocks. And certainly if two players on one snap do that, you could really get gutted.
Right.
And so Sunday will give us a very great sense of awareness, in my view. It will be a great teaching tool for as we get ready to play Baltimore. And you have to take, and this isn't a cliche, you have to take what we didn't do out there Sunday. And that's the job this week, to show each of those players what would happen had you done it the way that the plan and the was designed to go. Now, that's real stuff.
Right.
And that works. And the question is, do we have the people to make it work? And we do, from the coaching staff right through the players. And so I can say that I can really not just hope and prayer. I can look and say, we've got the people and we've got a scheme that will keep from happening Sunday.
Jerry, to start off the interview, you had talked about urgency. How rare is it, or how common is it in your time doing this that week 2 after winning the first week that you would come in with a lack of urgency? What do you attribute that to? Is that really surprising to you?
I'm saying when I say lack of urgency, it could be on a given play.
Okay.
It could be on a given play. It could be you've got to beat that guy to the angle. You've got to beat him to the angle. If he angles you, gets an angle on you, he's going to he's going to block you. And my point is that it isn't rare for it to happen to a player,
right,
from one time or another in a football game. It's unusual for it to happen across the board as often as it happened.
Yeah,
that's unusual. And that's where I'm getting a lot of the confidence that I have that we can correct what we're doing. We can play this scheme much better than we played it. And we've got players out here that, albeit some of them are young, but, boy, we've got some good talent out there. And this is the kind of thing, defense is the kind of thing that you can take talented guys that can move, guys that have some speed, guys that have natural instincts of getting to the ball. And you can correct some technical aspects of the game and really make a big difference. However, it's a team. And so you can have 2 or 3 doing it right and 1 doing it wrong, and you still get a bad play. So, this sounds like we're just essentially doing a primer here on football. But the kinds of things that coaching can improve a team on are the kinds of challenges and where we can look forward to improvement on this defense.
Jerry.
All right, so he went from angles to, the kinds of things. Boy, that was a long, loaded question there, Because we all know if we were to ask Jerry, man, when you going to step down as the general manager, man, and move to the side and let somebody else be the general manager, you still get the credit. You can operate from afar, and then this team, you can hold the general manager more accountable so that these guys, you don't have to depend on the youth. You don't have to depend on guys who taking wrong angles and stuff like that. You can go and depend on this right here. Get the job done. And then you know what he going to say?
Get your damn act together. Don't like your attitude.
Yeah, so that's why they got to throw these little soft questions in there. That's what it is.
The Saints offensive coordinator is Clint Kubiak, and he comes from Kyle Shanahan's offensive system, and that's a system that's been really challenging for your run defense in recent years. There's been discussion about, hey, this San Francisco scheme, it's kind of got the book on you guys. What do you say to people who say that Dallas just is not capable of beating this Kyle Shanahan type of run scheme?
Well, we've got to get capable of beating it if we haven't beating it. Systems in the NFL, systems in football come and go.
Yeah.
And I've seen them my entire life and all the way back to when I was in college, and I've seen systems that are in vogue work, and they work until they basically develop ways, the opponents develop ways to shut it down.
So, don't y'all know why the Shanahan system is a system that the Cowboys normally, always struggles with, regardless of the situation? You see, it goes all the way back to 2000, I believe, 10 or 11. Is the father of Kyle Shanahan, Mike Shanahan, was coaching a team at that time was called the Redskins. And there was a team that kept whooping their ass. And that team, little history lesson, was the Cowboys. And that was their ultimate goal, the Shanahan clan. They built a system to defeat the Cowboys. And that's where the growth of that system came from. The root, not the root, but the root of that system came from then. Law, do you have resources? Do you have informations that you can pull that up to help a brother out? Yeah, come on with it. Bear with me. Listen properly.
Are you surprised, or did you know that all this greatness lay ahead for this Washington staff that's become something of a joke nationally, that Washington got rid of all these people all at once who all went on to become great coaches in their own respective places?
I'll be honest with you, we went into the third year. We had to put a different system in. You know, Robert Griffin was our quarterback. And, you know, you deal with the quarterback, you're going through, you know, your spring balls. And we knew we were going to have to do some things that were a little different than we've ever done before. And I told the coaches, I said, man, you guys are going to have to put up with something because we got to do what Robert does best. So when we put in that type of offense and we were able to go to the playoffs, it made me feel good about our whole coaching staff because we were doing things that Robert could do. And unfortunately, we lost a tough game in Dallas in the playoffs. But we were doing things that Robert could do. And unfortunately, we lost a tough game in Dallas in the playoffs. But
can y'all put down the list of that staff? And can you, one of y'all say the apologies to Law, because y'all say, I don't know about that, Law. That's where the birth of that particular system came from. Did you hear what Mike said? He had to put in a new system. That system is still ran to this day. Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan, Mike McDaniel, all of that, it came from the origins of that particular situation, came out of Washington. So give me my apology, man. I'm ready to see these apologies, man. Wait a minute. Yeah, I'm reading. Yeah. Yeah, I appreciate you, AZ. Come on, baby. Woo! Come on, baby. Yeah. Because before then, I putting that out there. Yeah.
Y'all killing me with this. I gave y'all 30 years of my career.
Robert.
30 years of my career. Y'all trying to kill me. You killing me, man. This is not.
It's not fair, man. Y'all got to stop it. Yeah. Let me see if I can play the rest of it.
I knew at that time that our coaches were on top of what they were doing because they did some things that had never been done before in the pro game.
And I know you're not on social media much, but you probably don't see it much. But that constantly comes up, the group coaching headshot of all the guys on your staff in Washington who were all criticized, part of nepotism, all let go all at once, all who went on to greatness elsewhere. Are you aware of the fact that it's become something of a national joke that comes up there, that famous Washington assistant coaching staff that you put together?
I think one thing you always do as a head coach, you always follow the people that have either played for you or coached for you. And so I followed their careers right from the beginning. So you know how much success they have, and the guys that maybe didn't have as much success, but they go on, they don't give up, they keep on working because they know the details that it takes to get that opportunity. And a lot of guys don't do it in the first round. Sometimes guys will do it in the second round. So it's been fun to watch.
Yeah, it's good podcast right there. Let me say this, man. As old and great as Mike Shanahan is, man, it's good to see him moving around like that, man, and being able to talk and spit upon some wisdom for us. So I just wanted to provide that for context, that the birth of that all came from Washington. And boy, they got because when they lost that playoff game, was that the famous Romo game where he had his back and his stuff all jacked up and he threw it to DeMarco Murray? Was that the game, or it could have been the other game for the touchdown? Was that game? I forgot. But I knew Romo was somewhere in the mix. Yeah. We destroyed that coaching staff. they had to split up. McVay and Kyle Shanahan, they had to go, you know. That wasn't the playoff game. Whatever, I think he probably was off then, you know. Whatever the playoff game they lost to the Cowboys beat them, because he said Dallas. We ended that, yeah. You know what happened really, you know?
Dread it, run from it, destiny arrives all the same. Now with fear, or should I say, I am.
That's just what happened in that particular moment. Let's get this old interview back going, man.
You're connected with when you got movement. I'll bet you're connected with 90% of all the free agents that are out there. So that's not really connected at all. That's a name, and that's you know good and well that if you've got a good player out there and you don't sign him, guess what? You're probably going to be playing him. And so it works both ways. When you do sign him, you take one out of your competition and you put him over on your side. But the same thing works with other players. And so he's a heck of a running back, but you won't find any that do any better job than the one we played Sunday out there, Camaro, with the New Orleans Saints. And so have all the respect in the world for him. He's a top running back. We'll just be we've got other things that we've got to get ready to do other than just regret or...
Hold on. Action Power, I think that we going to give Mike Shanahan a little grace, man. You see how old and gray he is, man. Yeah. I think that he meant to say that win or you win. I think that was the game. And you can consider those years where you win and you win. I think it was one of those final games whereas we finally beat the Washington team and then they had to dismantle. Was that the game, you know? Because I think that's what happened. We won, we got in, and then the very next game was Minnesota. Somebody can fact check that. But give that man a little grace and mercy. How old is Mike Shanahan is, by the way? He got every blade of hair gray, Snow White. Yeah. McVay, Shanahan, McFleur, McDaniel was on that staff. Man, they had a whole bunch of people on that staff. But we give them a little grace and mercy, you know. Let's go. Let's listen to the rest of this interview.
Lament on whether or not we signed one of those players we're playing Sunday.
Do you anticipate adding another running back at some point? I know Kareem Hunt's going to be visiting Kansas City today, via signing or a trade.
Now, again, I'm really, I don't know what you're talking about as far as where you're looking, what you're talking about there. But still, I like what we are with our running backs. We've got good depth.
We like our guys.
We just didn't get to run them enough Sunday.
Jerry, I know you guys were really excited about Demarvion Overshown coming into this season. Played really well in week 1. Only got on the field for 18 snaps against New Orleans. What was your thought on
Hold. Let me pause it right here. I think we missed the damn boat, man. Hey, what the Chargers been doing? If you were in the chat this offseason and said that the Cowboys should run really fast to go scoop up J.K. Dobbins, just go ahead and give me your biggest like I told you so, type of thing. You know what I'm saying? J.K. Dobbins, because he was one of the guys that y'all was saying, they're like, hey, man, Cowboys y'all should go grab him. And I haven't seen, I'm going to have to go back and watch the tape. I'm just looking at what this brother been doing. How is this even possible? He got 27 carries. He got 266 yards. First in the National Football League, by the way. 2 touchdowns. And he's averaging 9.9 yards per tote. God, dog. I'm going to have to go watch J.K. Dobbins' tape, man. 9.9? God, what is he doing over there? What is he doing? Yards after contact is 4.81. Yards after contact is better than our entire team. 4.8. He forced 9 missed tackles already. 7 explosive runs. 7? Are you freaking kidding me? Jeez. He was out there on the street. He was out there on the street. Man. Tell me what kind of fluke is this? Tell me how old J.K. is now. He's 215, 5'10". He's only 25, and we didn't go scoop him up. We didn't call him. We didn't ask him like, hey, man, you want to come down for a cup of coffee? You want to... On the streets, man. He was on the streets, man. Dog.
What more do you want from me?
What's going on, boys? Shit. Boy, this Buckeye right here, we could have went and got him from the Ohio State. Come on. Riggs, baby. Shoot, the Chargers, maybe the Chargers are right being 2-0 right now. Maybe that's all Justin Herbert need was a run game. Come on with
limited snaps that he got in this game.
Not, they want to get him out there more and recognize that
Chargers winning the Super Bowl, baby.
Less snaps than they had planned on, and I think you'll see more of him in the future.
That could be a double entendre because also they got the running back. Did they win with the Harbaugh sweepstakes? Should we fire Mike McCarthy last season and just picked up Harbaugh? Put yes or no in the chat. Let me see where y'all at on temperature-wise. Would you rather have Mike McCarthy right now or Harbaugh? You know what I'm saying? Would you rather? Well, let me know. Let me see. I'm being a little... Because he going to bring physicality there, Come on. Yes, I got 1 yes. I got 2 yeses. You got Sean that says nah. Okay. Okay, I see y'all. Okay. Harbaugh, yes. And say, man, we done with Mike McCarthy, huh? We know we're going to get 12-5. I'd rather be 5-12 instead, man, with Harbaugh. Just take the risk, man. I don't know. Because I was listening to the playmaker.
If you're a busy mom like me,
you gotta get this commercial going on.
$19.
She a busy mom.
My
Hold
friend
on.
recommends.
Here we go. I listen to playmaker, but I haven't got a chance.
If you're a busy mom like me,
wait a minute.
book a spring cleaning for
They hit me with 2 YouTube commercials. Come on now, that's enough of that.
Still found a way to win that game. That was amazing. That's what you.
Here you go, right here.
That matter. Let me tell you what it matters. It's how they did it. And then before the game, you see Jim Harbaugh patting his quarterback all over.
Listen properly.
Like he's finna go throw for 400 yards, and he pats me, and then he just turns around and hands that ball off to J.K. Dobbins. And I'm gonna tell you something. What's brilliant about what Jim Harbaugh is doing? Everybody that went after that Chargers job, they went in and talked to the owners, and they talked about developing Justin Herbert. Kind of game plan and the passing game they're going to put in to develop Justin Herbert. The brilliance of Coach Harbaugh. He says, I'm going to develop him, but first, I must set the mind of my team.
I must make this team know we play football one way and one way only, and that's physical football. So the first 2 games, he has intentionally run the hell out of the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And saying now we've won just running. Once we add the element of that great arm and we get a great passing game and get that element added to our run game and good defense, now we got something special. You see, he's bringing Justin Herbert piece in last when everybody else tried to bring Justin Herbert piece in first. When you bring it in first, you put all the pressure on him.
Mm-hmm.
Brilliant coaching says, I'm going to bring a mindset around my whole team that we're going to be a physical team. I'm going to make sure that we run the ball all the time and everybody know that we run the ball. Then I'm going to bring my quarterback in. And when everybody comes up and try to power the line of scrimmage, we going to chew y'all asses up.
Pause.
It's brilliant coaching, to be honest with you. It's brilliant coaching. It's not just X's and O's, it's coaching the Jimmys and Joes. Mm-hmm. That's what Jim Harbaugh is doing. Just some brilliant coaching right there. Chargers win 26-3.
Yeah. So that's the playmaker, man, on the Chargers, on the mindset and the mentality. I would say this though. It's a sample size. It's only been 2 games. Let's see what it looks like when winter comes.
Jerry, what impact is there on your team, if any, from losses like Sunday being magnified by Mike being in the last year of his contract?
Well, again, I don't think where he is with his contract has anything to do with Cleveland, where we were giving accolades out to him and Zimmer, or how we played Sunday. I don't think that you pair them up to that kind of timing. We're trying to get this team ready and in place to really make a run at the playoff. On any given Sunday, you can have a bad day in the NFL. And you can certainly lose a ball game in the NFL. And the NFL is one that you can lose several games. And if you're playing well at the end of the year, you can win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And so that's just what we've got. If we've got anything that albatross around our neck, is that we've been a good to very good team during the season over the last 4 or 5 years with Mike.
Right.
And we haven't done well in the playoff. So let's trade some challenges during the season for doing well in the playoff, if you want to look at it that way.
Nah, it don't work that way, Jerry. Jerry, it don't work that way. Jerry, it don't work that way, man. That's not football. That's not how it works, man. Damn, man. Shoot. Jerry, man, you be on that, man. Like, dude, you got to play well in the regular season and play great in the postseason. You can't play terrible in the regular season, then all of a sudden you're going to play great in the post. No, it don't work that way. But shout out to Jerry and his philosophy there. Challenging is challenging. And the thing is, back to the playmaker part of that video, he clearly said the right thing. It's about not putting all of the pressure on Justin Herbert. They know Justin Herbert can sling the ball all around. Everybody know that he's well equipped to throw for 5,000 yards, 25 to 30 touchdowns, maybe still 10 to 15, maybe 16 interceptions, give or take, right? And he had a step back last year because he had Kellen Moore. Hey, who leading the league in INTs now? You know, is it Hurts? Is Hurts leading the league in INTs? If not, close. It's going to be like that. And the Eagles going to suffer and have a lot of head scratching moments on can they win games, close games. And if you got Kellen Moore calling your plays there, 9 times out of 10, you're going to struggle in close games. It's simple. We don't need to make it any different than that. Jerry, some things are non-negotiable. This is from Glenn. Yeah. Jerry Albatross. Yeah. Hurts is top because of Kellen Moore, and he's a running back. Yeah. It's a 3-way tie. Shoot. And we can't say much, man, shoot, because next week we playing against a very formidable team that's going to be able to have guys to fly around and are known for creating chaoses for the quarterback. So we'll see how that all iron itself out. But the reality of it, ladies and gentlemen, for those who just not tuning in for the first time, my name is Law Nation. We talk Cowboys football and beyond. And we got, it's 1:19. I'm not finna do a 3-hour show today. No, I'm not finna do a 3-hour show today. We will be live on the Final Word a little later on tonight. We will open up the phone lines from here, but it's only for a limited time. So jump on in. But before we do anything else, let's pay this bill. Brought to you by our sponsor. All right, so this video is brought to you by MyBookies. Bet on anything, anywhere, anytime. 100% match up to $1,000. That's that thou wow. You know what I mean? Plus $10 casino chips. Now, when you use promo code LawNation, we are also going to be able to double your earnings with that. So be sure and be mindful to use promo code LawNation. On top of that, loyalty pays really well over here. They got a loyalty program with MyBookies, whereas the longer you in with us, the higher you grab your tiers. It's like this: the more you play, the more you win. So that's a win-win deal with MyBookies. Keep in mind, when you're all around MyBookies, just use promo code LawNation and we'll take real good care of you, because this is the most wonderful time of the year. Football season. Let's get it.
Let's go, man! Let's go!
No doubt, man. As the room fill up, let's get it. 657-390-7391 is the hotline for your mind. Also, SeatGeek is a beautiful way to purchase your ticket this weekend as well. We got another home game, so use SeatGeek and use promo code LawNation as well, and you will get $20 off of your ticket. So I know people are kind of angry and upset at this past game, but this upcoming game, I jumped on SeatGeek. You can find tickets literally for $65, and then you just knock $20 off of that. Hey, you in the game. You could be yelling at these Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? So let's go. All right, so let's pull up the first caller, man, who's been waiting here patiently. DMV George, you're live on the Nation, brought to you by MyBookies, man. Talk to me, man.
What's going on, Law?
Hey, man, all is well. Can't complain.
Hey, I just think, going on forward, I will hope for us to, once every season, I feel like we hit some type of switch. Who knows? Sometimes it can come earlier this season, come later this season. Who knows? But like how we hit that switch after San Francisco, when Dak started using his legs and changing his footwork a little bit, or start sticking to his footwork more, or maybe we could hit a switch on defense, because I haven't remember us hitting the switch on defense in a while, to be honest. Yeah. But I have a quick question. I remember one time I brought this up last season. I don't remember after what game. Maybe it was after the Dolphins game. But are you comfortable with Donovan Wilson playing free safety?
I was until last game. I think that Dono, he shows us flashes. I think that he come down, hit and field, but he got problems with speed. It seemed like he lost a few steps there as far as being able to cover. Now, I still like him in run support and coming down and field, though.
Yeah, me too. But I always viewed him as a strong safety. Like we've been watching Donovan Wilson since 2018. We've probably seen over 1,000 snaps of Donovan Wilson playing NFL football, and I never viewed him as like a single high, like three safety, like put him up at single high. I've never viewed him as that, and I don't know like what they're saying, but maybe they're better talent evaluators than me. Probably they get paid to do this.
Yeah, he had foresight responsibilities, and your boy still hang up on the roof, and that's Hooker. So Hooker's more of your free than Dono. But in his past game, he Shaheed just ripped him apart.
And I feel like Kalen Carson has to bump him off a little bit, then negate that speed. Like if you give anybody a free run at them two safeties that I feel like cannot run anymore. Like we have two safeties with a running problem. I feel like if you give him if Kalen Carson gives him a little bit of a bump there, maybe that play gets thrown off because like Odigizou was about to get the sack there. But that's like you're picking and choosing right there. Like
right. And I didn't like Carson's effort on that little dump off pass that Alvin Kamara took it to the house. We seen angles of my guy Bland. That's not happening. Bland is out there. That you would see the differences within the speed and stuff like that. Carson's is good, but he's not as swifty and speedy as a Bland is. Bland got some hidden speed and hidden gears. So maybe that play itself. I think the score was 14-6 at that time. You had him pretty much against the wall at that point. But that little dump off pass, it changed the complexity of the game.
But yeah, I feel you. But overall, I feel like I hope we adopt some type of zone scheme, or maybe like I remember a few years ago we fired our O-line coach or something because something is not clicking. That might be too drastic now because I was like I think he was on his first year coaching and we fired him mid-season. You know which O-line coach I'm talking about, but I doubt that'll happen. But I feel like I just hope we can adopt. And saying that, I hope we adopt a wide zone scheme, which kind of sounds crazy given that we just like got crushed by a wide zone scheme.
Right.
But I hope we adopt some type of scheme like that and figure out how to guard the Yankee concept. If you know what the Yankee concept is, that's what Kyle Shanahan, Sean McVay, Matt LaFleur, that's what they kind of like, made famous, the Yankee concept with the deep crosser and the post two-man route concept.
Yes, indeed.
So
man.
I feel like
go ahead and close.
If we go for it, if we go for it. I'm not worried because I feel like we've seen we have a baseline, we have a floor. We have floor teams and ceiling teams. I feel like our floor is pretty high with Dak. I always thought that because we've seen it over the last 2 years. So I feel like I'm not worried. No need to put your panic button yet.
No doubt, man. There's still plenty of football left. That's DMV George. Y'all put your hands together for him, first caller, with great intel and all of that great stuff.
Right. I want my flowers while I'm living.
Give them flowers, man. I would say this though. It's too late to try to adopt a new concept, in my opinion. These guys got no contract beyond this year. There's a lot of extra added pressure that they shouldn't have, but unfortunately they do. These are things that the Cowboys going to have to consider down the line. Is like, if you're going to operate like that, nobody that's watching me right now want to live on a job that you don't necessarily have for next year, right? Or you don't know, you living week to week on a job, and it's based upon someone else's decision on whether or not you can be successful. That's a stress at itself. You're on a job that you have no control of the outcome on. Yeah, that's a lot of stress. All right, and the lady, you come home at night, they nagging, did you win? Are you gonna still be here? Do you like this house? Is Johnny gonna go to this school district? You're getting all of that stuff, man. From the 206 MJ, you live on the Nation, man. Talk to me, man.
What up, Law Nation? How you doing, brother?
Hey, man, doing great, man. Can't complain.
Yeah, I was watching Boss Cowboy last night.
Salute.
He made some good points.
Mm-hmm.
He said we the corporate Cowboys, and that hit me. He was right. We are corporate. We have no meanness. We don't play physical. Every time we play somebody physical, they beat us down.
Right.
If you run on the Cowboys and play physical with them, they gonna start like, ooh, like we like to be, we the bullies.
Right.
We got an easy game. You be like, laughing. And when somebody come outside and start putting that beat down on us, we quit.
Right. So what's your take on this? What's going on?
Man, them guys, they got to stop. Sometimes they'll fight like that 49er game when we lost 19-12.
Right.
And now they was fighting back. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got to fight, man. Every game, these guys are pros just like you. You can't come out there and think like you're going to beat them. You got to come and ball, man. And McCarthy, say it again, he's pissing me off. He's number 9. I want to see the guy doing, I want to see my number 9. 42, I don't want to see him doing no slants, man. Send that man on the 9 route every time.
Mm-hmm.
Send number 3 on the 9 route. Number 80 supposed to go across the middle. Get him in the game. That boy fast, strong, and powerful, and he can block, just like you say. You know what I'm saying? Let's start with this foolishness. Stop making number 42 run up the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Man, what the hell? That's Zeke. Let him run up the middle.
Right.
42 and 23 supposed to be sweet right, sweet
Mm-hmm.
left, sweet left. That's what Dorsett and them used to be so dangerous. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, with the sweeps and stuff. Yeah, toss and taking the outside run.
This dude, McCarthy got the dude. He got Zeke going outside and got the little dude going. Man, this dude's pissing me off.
No doubt, man. MJ, appreciate you for calling in, man. Good call from you.
All
bro.
right, fam. Oh, one more talk, and please, I hope they do something to safeties.
No doubt. Salute. Yeah, man. I mean, the corporate Cowboys angle, that's a good analogy there, But at some point, even corporate people, they throw some hands, you know what I'm saying? Let them know that they about to get fired, So at some point, we got to get out of them suits, man, and get on this mindset that, hey, we got to fight. And as far as the run thing, I'm going to still give them at least until after this month of September. And if we don't pick up better running situations, then it's going to be a long season, right? I'm talking about longer than Jay Leno's chin. All right, the next caller we have on deck is Dr. Q from the 210. You in? Talk to us.
Hey, brother-in-law, man. Just calling you from the Caribbeans, man. I just have a few minutes to chop it up with you guys and Cowboy fans. So I'm just listening here, man, and hey, I'm hurt like a lot of people, man.
Right.
With how they lost, okay? But Jerry Jones, man, I don't know if you listen to R&B music. There's a group called Kendra, the Family Soul. The song is called Far Away From Here.
Mm-hmm.
That is what I wish Jerry Jones and his son would do, get far away from here. But we know that's not going to happen. He says something like 98% of the crap that he says is just straight up crap, man. Just straight up crap. Now, as far as the players, man, it seems like our superstar players, man, they're inconsistent, particularly on the defense. They're inconsistent. I know Micah want to get the end money.
Right.
Go back to linebacker. So if he was playing linebacker, some of these things, not all now, some of these things probably wouldn't have happened if you put him back at linebacker, So that's one of the big issues.
When you saw this game, Dr. Q, how many reps did he take on the edge, and how many reps did he took on the linebacker side?
Well, to be honest with you, they don't broadcast the U.S. football games over here unless it's a Super Bowl. So
right.
I didn't really. So what I saw just watching it on my computer, I saw him at least on the D line at least about 12 times.
Right.
At least 12 playing D end. Right. Now, that's probably not a whole lot, but man, I think when you're playing team, I mentioned to you the other day, when you got teams that have speed like that, you're a speedy guy.
Right.
Therefore, you should be in attack mode coming off of linebacker play because they're going to run it the opposite direction that you're playing. You see what I'm saying?
Correct.
To me, this is one of the biggest issues that we have, man. We have players, they're buddy. I get all of that, but start being consistent, man. That goes for the whole defensive line, man. Okay.
No doubt.
Last thing. Oh, well, okay. I'll talk to you later, brother. I appreciate it, man.
No doubt, Doctor. Man, appreciate you, man. Shout out to Dr. Q, man, in the Caribbean. I think that the experimentations. I think that Zim was going to go with, okay, the Saints probably looked at tape of seeing Parsons everywhere. Now we're going to hit them with, hey, we're going to just put Parsons on the edge. They haven't prepared for that. And this is just me speculating. I don't know. I wish I was a fly on the wall. Wish I could hide an illegal camera somewhere in the Joneses' spots. Maybe we overanalyze. Maybe we got too cute. We need to see. We tinkering around, put this piece there, put that piece there. Who ever heard the saying, if it's not broke, don't fix it, right? You know what I'm saying? And we just tried to get cute with it. Let me see what Clark can do. Give him a majority of these snaps. Yeah, we played a lot of base because of the formation that they showed us, right? Maybe that's the situation. I don't know. The yin and the yang from one week to the next. And I know Kamara and Jerome Ford is far apart from east to west, right? But some of those efforts out there, some of those fits just didn't look right from our side of the field. It's a home game. We'll see how we're going to get things going. A lot trying to be like Diddy with the cameras, man. Let me get a Diddy camera in Jerry Jones spots, man. There's cameras everywhere. I might get Jerry in trouble, though. All right, I got Smoke one for you. And then we have Jake the Great. But Smoke, you're live.
What's the deal, Law? What's going on, brother?
Can't complain, bro.
Man, I don't know, man. It's kind of fun. It's like a funny day to me, bro. Like, last year when we lost to Green Bay, everybody was all down on us and stuff like that. This Philly loses the next day, bro. You know what I mean? And it's like a kind of a crazy notion that every time you talk bad about us, things happen bad with you.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the use of clowning us, man, when we're doing bad, but y'all doing worse than we are?
Yeah.
And I don't get it, bro. Like you're sitting there clowning us, right?
Right.
But whenever we do better, we don't get the praise for doing better. We get the praise for being worse than what they are, right?
Facts. Can't complain against
right.
that. Yeah.
I want to understand something, bro. Okay, you got that working with just CD Lamb as a wide receiver, right?
Correct.
Would you put Tolbert on another team? Would you put Brooks on another team and say, oh, yeah, we can work with him, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, it ain't happening, bro.
Yep.
It ain't happening.
Yep.
Okay?
Keep
what
going.
you need to do, go ahead, coordinate,
whatever. Yeah, Ryan. Put Ryan in there. Yeah.
Right, just say Ryan.
Yeah.
Ryan. Okay, say Ryan. Keep your running backs. I mean, I don't know what to do, bro. Our running backs are just like, they ain't getting no openings to run the ball, bro. It's sad, man. All we need to do, bro, is just get it together, get this D to run like it's supposed to be running. And, boy, when Ball showed that film about San Francisco and we played them, how they played, wow. It was like night and day from Sunday, bro. That's how we need to play, all the way. Anyway, go Cowboys. We're gonna get the Ravens, man. I guarantee you that.
Yeah, I mean, let's go, man. It's been a minute since the Cowboys had back-to-back losses. We're gonna knock on some wood under Mike McCarthy's administrations there. Man, sometimes, man. Shout out to Ice Cold Cowboy, appreciate you. Shout out to Ghostface Gaming, appreciate you. It's difficult, bro, to be a Cowboy fan, but I wouldn't want it any other way. you know. And it's right, Jake the Great, you're live, 561. Talk to me.
Yo, Lord, what's time? Can you hear me good?
Oh, they can hear you.
All right. First, I want to take it easy one time on Michael Parsons. Parsons, I'm going to take it easy on you for one reason. And the only reason I'm going to take it easy on you, because you didn't say I played good. You said we played good. Because last year, you would have said, I don't know about the other 10 dudes, but I did my job.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you credit for that.
Give him flowers, yeah.
But I'm getting some flowers. But you, Mike Zimmer, you dirty dog. You got me real good. You got me real good. Because I've never drunk Kool-Aid after one game. But you talked that good stuff, and you showed up against Deshaun Watson, and you stopped the run. So I thought you stopped a little bit of the pass. You showed physicality. Yeah, Michael Parsons moving around. You said, hey, man, I'm going to move Michael Parsons around, and he ain't going to get hit. Bull sugar. Yeah. Last week, it was so bad. I seen Michael Parsons get hit so many times.
Yeah.
A wide receiver hit him. Boom. Then the tight end tripped him. Wham. Then a running back clipped him. Boom. And Michael Parsons on the floor. Next thing I know, he's on the sideline breathing. Then Linval Joseph. I don't know what. I seen this man hands spread like east and west. Jersey on the ground. Hit number 93 just looking up at me, just laying there. Him and Joseph. Joseph and what's other dude? Phillips. I couldn't believe it.
I couldn't believe it either.
So when Mike Zimmer be on chest say, it's my fault. Yeah, I know it's your fault. Who else's fault it is? Because you can't tell me I got you next week. You got whooped against Green Bay. You got whooped against San Francisco. You got whooped against San Francisco again. At this point, for me, I'm like, you got to show me to believe it. I can't even say, oh, we got Baltimore. Hell no. I'm watching all these other teams play with heart. You know what I mean? But us, we get our ass whooped. I don't understand. Mike McCarthy, all we know how to do is run a fullback slam, halfback slam, or running back draw. That's all we know how to do. You say you're going to run the ball? You don't even know how to run the ball. I play Madden, and I know, okay, I'm going to start sweep this time, and then I'm going to do a draw, and then I'm going to do a stretch play. We're the only team that can't run the football.
No doubt, man. Jake.
It's crazy, man, but have a great day, Law.
You too, man. It is indeed. So much to digest. So much to digest. Let me say this, though. He ain't lying. I thought for sure Jordan Phillips going to at least fight. He got pushed back 5 or 6 yards. What we need is not granddaddy Mike Zimmer. We need daddy Mike Zimmer. We need dad Mike Zimmer. That's a better way because, y'all don't call nobody no daddy. You need dad Zim, not granddad Zim. You know what I'm saying? You see, dad Zim is mean. Granddad Zim is nice to the kids. He's nice to everybody, giving them ice cream, telling them don't worry about it. Be like, hey, wait a minute. What happened to the meanness over here? And we need the dad Zim, man. We don't need the great granddad or the granddaddy. We need the dad Zims in them. So put dad Zim in the chat, so we can get back to if a person mess up, and if a person what my button there? Here you go.
Get your up there, contain the damn ball. This is why we do it.
That's dad Zim. You know what I'm saying? We need that dude. Ice Cold says my kids still call me daddy. But yeah. But you know how it goes. You know what I'm saying? Let me go and move on to the next person. But that granddad, Marcus, man, what's good, man? You live from the 513, man. You live. Talk to me, man.
Hey, Law, what's good?
Man, all is well, man. Can't complain.
And so there's a couple of things that I didn't get to point out yesterday that I wanted to point out. And the first one is, what are we kind of experimenting? Do you feel like we're possibly experimenting a little bit because it really threw me off when I saw that, we started trailing first quarter. Next thing you know, you got Deuce Vaughn getting carries up the middle, not Zeke.
Yeah.
And like even the commentators were like, Ezekiel Elliott's not starting this game. I'm like, wait, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Like, do you think it is McCarthy doing one of these little, like looking into the wrinkles and seeing what's working early in the season? I mean, I'm trying to really understand that move right there. That's a really out of the blue move to me.
It was. I think that they had to. That's why you saw the snaps with Deuce, and that's why you saw more tick with number 18, Damone Clark. That's why you seen Parsons basically staying, like my guy said, more on the line and not moving around. Maybe they are tinkering things around, and they did say that it will be adjusted by the team that they play based off their personnel on how they move people around. But you're right. It could have just been an experiment a little bit too much.
Yeah. And then next thing is, if we don't get more production out of a number 3 receiver, I wonder if we're going to consider looking into that going forward. And then also, I think something we may want to keep a close eye on, even though he played good first week, is really seeing how Parsons does these next few weeks. I mean, if he gets torched over and over, do we try to go ahead and get one of those veteran free agents or trade or what?
That's what I've been. That's what I've been banging on the table for, man. Marcus, you've been great. Is Xavier still at Howard's? Is he still available?
Last thing too before I hop off is I think we should play Wanye a little bit more at the cover 2 spot over Dono when it comes to cover 2 plays.
I 1,000,000% agree with you, bro. I think that he should get a good shake at that. Appreciate you, Marcus. Thank you for calling in.
All right, bro. How about them Cowboys?
How about them? Great observation from him. It's my guy Lando. You had him on the show. It doesn't make that much money, right? I get it, but I don't care. There's no way Wanye Thomas doesn't help the Cowboys defense. Oh, my gosh, man. Everything that we needed speed in that game. He offers that. We needed a hard hitter. He offers that, right? I don't know what the world is going on, but I hope that, that they can see some of the things that we see and put this guy out here. We've been banging on the table of, hey, let's get more and more stuff involved with these guys. But let me get my guy in, Point Dexter, man. You're live on the Nation, man, from the 409. What's on your mind, Point Dexter? Talk to us.
What's up, my friend doing? Man, look at this here. I got so many things running through my mind right now. When you talked about Grandpa Zim instead of Daddy Zim or whatever, and it is true that I have a son. He's 27 years old, and he doesn't call me daddy. He calls me father, because any man can be a daddy, but it's really a father. So he calls me father, and that's what we need. We need a father out there. We need to, do all the time. That's the Zim we need. That's the Zim I was looking for on the sideline, but I didn't see him. Now this defense, man, game, they depended on do their job. This game, they went back to trying to do much, and the people,
man, Point, man, you make some good points, man, but your audio going in and out, man. Maybe in the trees.
You can hear me now? Yeah. I would tell you, I'm gonna give me another phone, man, because all my good tastes are getting broke up because of this funky phone. So I'm finna get off this phone and go get me another phone.
Get you another one, man. Yeah.
Cowboys.
Yeah. It's phone.
Y'all killing me with this. I gave y'all 30 years.
That boy phone. But hey. Hey, come on. Got the next caller on, man, from the 304. You're live on the Nation. Come on, talk to me, man.
What's good, Long?
Yeah, man, all is well, man.
Hey, I'm going to keep it short, but I'm going to keep it on this Jerry Jones conversation and these three amigos that actually have these pat on the ass questions. My issue is that they can go and interview your $160 million quarterback. He can go through. They can interview the people who are going to accuse him of sexual assault, and you can put their representative on, and you can ask him these questions to embarrass him in every way, shape, or form. But you can't ask Jerry Jones, who has been doing the same damn thing for the past 20 plus years, some real effing questions. Some real questions. Bruh, it's not working. I get it. This is Overreaction Tuesday, but this has nothing to do. We go through this every year. Last year, it just happened with Niners. The Saints came in there and kicked our face in.
Yeah.
The Niners kicked our face. We're going to go through the same cycle. At some point in time, it's not the coaches, it's not the players. Because you replace the players, you replace the coaches, there's only one thing that's remained the same. There's only one thing that's remained the same.
Oh, yeah.
So, just, something has to change. Something has to change because it's to a point now. We get on here, everybody voice their opinion. Guess what? Guess who runs the ball just as good, if not better, than the Saints?
Oh, the Ravens. We see them next week. Yeah. They run the ball pretty good.
You got a running quarterback and a big running back, and they love play action. And you got a speedy receiver and Flowers. You have the same setup, and with a big-ass O-line. I guarantee you we'll get manhandled again.
Man.
Don't want to see it. I want us to compete. I live in the DMV. I'm telling you, I'm going to these bars, and all they're going to do is they're going to have all their Raven stuff going.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for calling in. Hey, Lou. Yeah. Man, he spoke his mind right there with nothing but the truth. I would say this, though. We playing against a team with two tight ends. Isaiah Likely, he's no one to sneeze at. And then you got the kid that I wanted us to draft. I can't even tip of my tongue. It just slipped away. But, yeah, the other tight end is better than Likely to a degree. And then you got Zay Flowers. And, of course, we got that running back room. So, Andrews, is it Mark Andrews? Yeah, Mark Andrews, the other guy. So, you got a lot of guys that you're going to have to be mindful of. And here's the thing, it's Tuesday. Before you look down at Baltimore, you got to correct your problems from the Saints. And I know the Saints is already done, but you got to look at that tape. There's the tape you got to look at and study. Then there's a damn mirror you got to look in and study and say to yourself, how bad do I want this? And you can point the finger and blames and all of this at this and that. But I do like the aspect that Zim said he got to do better. He put the blame on himself. And Parsons, to a degree, you can say to yourself that, hey, he's speaking more of unity with team.
The conference has been locked.
But at the end of the day, you got to correct these issues, and you can't have the mishaps. And these coaching staff, whether it's Mike McCarthy saying there were no lack of effort. Where? Somebody need to, we don't need PC Mike. We need Mike to be able to be, we need Mike to be more authoritative, We're going to let the next caller on, but I got to find this picture. I was looking at it. This is the Mike McCarthy we absolutely need. We need this Mike McCarthy, where they had to pull him. He had to get held back. If I don't get this Mike McCarthy at some point in the season, then we toast. I need that Mike. Look at him. He got that man moonwalking. So when that face mask didn't get called, I need for him to be like that. And we've been seeing Mike McCarthy here for 5 seasons, and we haven't seen not this one time, So MK Ultra, y'all need to snap some fingers, somebody take a photo or something, get him up out of that spell, and we need to find if we can find this particular Mike McCarthy. We haven't seen this on the sideline. We haven't seen this passion, man. It's like they come here and they already pre-MK Ultra from the 682 Nation. You're live on the Nation. Talk to me, man. Nation. Nationwide is on my side or your side.
Hello?
Come on. Well, yeah, you're live, dog.
Hello? My bad.
Yeah.
My bad. I was just listening. My fault. Oh, my bad. I apologize.
Good.
Well, look, I ain't gonna sit here and act like, you know, I wasn't right on some things because I was wrong on a lot of things. You feel me?
I mean,
that's the reason why I like listening to you. Cause you taught me a lot more about football than I ever have. On some real shit though.
Appreciate
it. This next game, is gonna depend on our corners. It's not gonna depend on our DTs. Our DTs can't fucking get through a damn doorway if it was wide open. They can't penetrate for shit. I don't know. I said they were I said they were setup signers, but everybody told me to be quiet. I was the bad guy. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. They made you rush me off the phone. We still haven't seen Carson. Our Eds haven't done shit. I told y'all that they were setup signers. Oh, no, he don't know what he's talking about. Who? Who? Y'all see later on. You know how Jerry Jones likes to operate. But yeah, this game will depend on our cornerbacks. The last game, only reason we lost is because one, they kept bouncing to the outside because our corners were fucking 12 yards off the line of scrimmage.
That is a great observation.
That is guaranteed. If they're so far off the ball, that's guaranteed literally 5 to 8 yards. I can do that all game. All you need is 4 yards to run the ball. 4 yards every play.
Yep.
I don't get it.
Man.
But that's all I have to say, Law. I ain't coming here to boast. I want to so bad. Not to you, but to the fans.
Yeah. But hey, it's all good, my dog. Appreciate you, man. That's Nation, man. You know, and I appreciate him, you know. But we need this Mike McCarthy. Next, we have on the phone from the 803, Coach Marv. You're live.
Hey, what's going on, Law? How you doing, brother?
I'm doing great. Doing great, man.
Hey, man. Need a, you know, like you say, we need a leader of men. And a leader of men promotes, they promote success and victory, not failure and scaredness.
Right.
So we've been having the same problem for 3 or 4 years because he ain't the guy. But we've got to try to figure out a way to try to get through this. We got to figure out a way to get through this. And my looking at the film for the last couple of days and looking at it from last year. Mike Solari is not the guy because the offensive lineman. In some cases, in the run game, it's just whoever the run game coordinator in this team is horrible. And I don't care what back you get. I don't care what back you get. It's gonna look bad. I can just tell you that you can get the best of the best, and they're not gonna look real good. But it's not. It seems like it's not. This run game is not taken with care, and it's not put together to be successful. It's put together to be just what it is. Just to say we ran the football.
Yeah.
It's not clean. You even watch Tyler Smith on this past week falling down. You got guys on the ground. You got guys lunging. You got tight ends trying to block defensive ends on a consistent basis. Big on littles. You got the fullback who's playing tight end. You ask him to come backside and block a Chase Young that's 300 pounds and that in a trap situation where Chase Young's gonna squeeze the hole. It just seems like the what is put together for a run game is really horrible. And I think we just keep pounding the running back talking about we need a running back, and it just, I see why Tony Pollard took. I guess he was waiting on the first people to come to say, "Hey man, I'm gone," because you can see that this running attack is not conducive for you to be well. So I'm putting it out there first. Mike Solari might have been past his time, and y'all start talking about it later on. Most of the stuff I talk about, eventually now y'all get on board with it.
No doubt, Coach. I appreciate you, and before I let you go, I just want to say, yeah, you right on the money, man. You and B-Bird and a few other guys that's on the Twitter or the X app been on the money with the coaching mentality. So yeah, you right on it.
Yep. You know, I want to say quick law.
Mm-hmm.
If the player says there, and then coaches say is no, it's not effort, but the player say effort, then you can watch on the film and you can see a lot of effort issues. Again, I asked the question, Law, and there was a big problem. Running back say he don't even know what his job, what his duty is. He don't even know what his role is. When Rico said he don't even know what his role is, and we 2 weeks in.
Yeah.
When you have these type things, your question is, where's the identity?
Yeah.
And where's the leadership?
Man, come on with it, man. Appreciate you, Coach Marv. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, man.
All right.
Mm-hmm. I'm about to call Coach Marv Cowboys. Appreciate you, Cowboys. But Coach Marv is right. Like, all right. Damn, man, we've been still going through this. It just hit me. And don't say what we identify as Cowboys soft, But what is our identity? Because we've been having identity crisis for a minute now. We got these next two callers, man. Let me know, man, in the chat, what's the identity of the Cowboys? Cowboys Mike, man, talk to me, man.
Oh, how you doing today, man?
Oh, as well, can't complain.
Yesterday when I called in, man, I wanted to say they're not using Deuce Vaughn the right way, man. I think they should have him run screens on the side, get him in space against the bigger guys, so he can use his quickness. What do you think about that?
Like on that end around play that Brandon Cooks tried to do, just throw him in as that. Huh?
Yeah, what I'm saying? You can't have him going up the middle because he's not, I'm not taking nothing away from him because I like Vaughn, but I need him in space so he can create and do guys, you know what I mean?
Which one is better, the ideal of Deuce Vaughn or the actual Deuce Vaughn? Which one you thinking?
I'm like him. Listen, man. Deuce Vaughn on the edge, man. Throw some screens to him and get him in space.
Did you remember the drive that we were able to score on in preseason that they did? It was Royce Freeman and Deuce. You remember that?
Yeah.
Who softened it up for Deuce?
Okay.
You see where I'm going? Like we marveled at Deuce on his ability to run, and we're like, yeah, that was nice. But Royce softened it up for him. I think that the Cowboys, they still have that. Yeah, they pick up the phone, call Royce, or make Zeke do that. Slam it in there, and then slide Deuce in there. But they don't do that. They just try to slide Deuce in there in this pass game, and it didn't do nothing for us.
Now, one other thing, Law, before I hang up. Wasn't Kubiak in Minnesota with Mike Zim?
He was.
So he kind of knew what to expect because I knew he was giving Minnesota or the defense the business when he was a coordinator down there.
Right.
So when he come to Dallas, he already knew what Zim was going to run. So that was basically like nothing. He knew what was coming.
Yeah. That could be that could be the one thing that we didn't consider there all the way.
Yeah, nobody's talking about that, man. He knew what Zim was going to run because he'd go up against Zim's defense in practice every day when he was there.
Yeah. That could be the one little thing that really kind of that could play both ways. That could play the way why Mike Zim tried to throw it in like I'm not going to use Parsons everywhere, right? Or the game.
Right.
But the only thing that really I can't say that is because of the effort. Like I get it, scheme or no scheme. The effort wasn't there. I'm seeing Jordan getting pushed back, not Michael, but Jordan Phillips getting pushed back, And I've seen the like on the edges there, My guy Clark, he's letting up on some things, or just not even having the wherewithal to feel certain things back to the last year issue. So I don't know, man.
We gave up, man.
Yeah,
we gave up.
That's
man.
what it was.
Come on, we not watching the same game, man. Dallas gave up, man.
They just gave up,
well,
man.
Thanks for your time, Lord.
Appreciate you, man. Oh my God.
Thanks, man.
At least Cowboy Mike said, man, F that, man. We just gave up, man. Effort or no effort. They looked at that score clock, and they said, you know what, or scoreboard, and they said, you know what, man, look. If we lose now, I could be at the crib at about 3:30, and we can wrap this stuff up, and I could be back at the crib before 4 o'clock while the sunlight's still there. Yeah. We need Jake Ferguson back. It's a possibility there. Tim, man, from the 469, man, the floor is yours, man. Talk to us, man.
Oh, man, what's up, brother? About them Cowboys, man. I love my boys, man. No matter if we lose or win.
Yeah.
I love them, still love them. Anyway, because I got that bloodline, silver and blue. But let me tell you like this, man. I would say now we're gonna be the same team, you know what I'm saying, like last year. Because the reason why I say that, because if you got the same manager, Jerry Jones, calling the shots, what he want to do on offense and defense, if he don't know how to stay back and allow coaches call 100% of plays. But what he doing is he let them call 50% of plays. Then the other 50% he's throwing in there. Cause Jerry Jones everybody know. Dallas Cowboys, that's Jerry Jones' house. In his house, he ain't finna let nobody take over his house. So that's Jerry Jones. That's what he do. So the Cowboys still will be the same.
So that's what he's doing. Yes,
sir. That's what he's doing. He's more like he's looking at. Think about it. If you got a home, right?
Right.
And you think you should allow another man come in your home and take over? Nah. Exactly. Especially you got a lot of pride. So you're looking at, man. He's looking at, no, I can't do this. So right now, like I said, Jerry Jones control everything of the Cowboys. Cowboys do.
He does.
And do.
Yeah.
He got the power. So therefore, if he's still the manager, I promise you this: we are not gonna make it to the Super Bowl. I'm sorry to say that, but that's true. That's true, bro.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you, man.
So, no problem, brother. Help you. All right.
Goodbye.
Yeah, come on with it.
All I have.
Yeah, come on, baby. Let's get on up out of here. But I appreciate everybody, man. Shout out to all of the people that's in the chat. This train gonna keep on rolling. The Jerry Jones effect. He said he wanted to control everything from the socks to the jock to the color of the Gatorade or something like that. And we seen Jerry having the best time of his life. The best time of his life at 81, 82, 83, however old he is, There's people right now tired, and they 20s, right? And it's, man, I'm too tired. I'm going to bed at night. Jerry's in his 80s, man. There's people in their 30s, man, sitting there like, man, I'm getting too old for this stuff, man. They tired and they fed up and they in their 30s. There's people watching this show in their 40s, mid-40s. Me and Jason Witten in the same age, right? And we tired. There's people in their 50s watching this game, watching this podcast. And they're tired. 60s, 70s. This man is in his 80s. And he's side by side with Mike Tyson and the other guy. I forgot his name. The boxing guy. Started off on YouTube. Forgot his name. Yeah, he's right beside them boys. He's doing talk shows 3 times a week. Yeah. DC for life, 50 is so far from 80. That's crazy, right? And you consider yourself an older gentleman. You know, you're getting too old for this stuff. Can you imagine if Jerry was back at 50? Oh, Lord. Yeah. Come on, man. But that's so shout out to the elderly. Yeah. We all fighting to get there, right? Shoot. So it's rough, man. Cowboy Nation. But I know when we get to our 80s, I don't know if you 80 years of old, if you 80 or older in the chat, put 80 in the chat, you know, if you can, you know. But man, this and he's functioning. He's running his team. No, he's not. Yeah, he's running his team at 80, man. Shoot. That's crazy, man. So, and he got tons of energy, man. Y'all haven't seen Jerry. He walks around. He still know Clarence. He still know Hill, Clarence Hill. He'll point out, hey, Mike Fisher, you know. Right. He'll point out, you know, some of the beat writers. Right. He probably know who I am, too. He probably know who Jerry Jones know who Law is, you know, I guarantee you. Oh, Lord. But at the end of the day, did I miss anybody's super chat? Because I don't want to miss out on your super chats, man. And if you joined the membership today, let me know in the chat as well. We try to give y'all shots outs and things like that. Cowboy Nation, in departing on all of this, I just want to say that, you know, it's always a pleasure knowing that while I'm looking this up, that we ain't the only team that's hot and mad and angry about what occurred, you know, this weekend. You know what I mean? We're not the only ones, you know, because at the end of the day, they a little bit more hotter.
Oh, man, that f***ing loss on Nick Sirianni. You supposed to run the ball, get the ball to Saquon. If we don't, even if they don't get it, we got 40 seconds left, dog. Let me tell you something. Kellen Moore, let me tell you something. We're going to change your f***ing name to Colin Moore because we need to call more f***ing offensive coordinators in 5. I can't believe this motherfucker didn't run the ball.
He didn't run the ball.
Fucking reason.
Call West Coast.
Pick your
He got some hats for y'all.
Wrong with your stupid
JoJo,
ass.
pick your head up, man. In the bird brain of Gilly on that particular topic line for your mind. He think that if you have Kellen Moore to call it more, then it's going to help. Oh, my gosh, man. DC for Life Production says, no way the Ravens lose 3 games in a row. And verily, verily, I will say to you all that no way the Cowboys lose 2 games in a row at the crib. You know, it haven't been done since Mike McCarthy been here, I believe. So something is going to have to meet somewhere, you know. Something going to have to happen, you know. At the end of the day, we just going to have to figure things out. And we're going to have to stand tall or not at all. We're going to have to fight. We're going to have to get things going. And that's what we're going to have to do at the end of it all because...
Yeah, on paper, they're a better team.
Yeah.
Right? They have all the assets and resources that we don't. But let us get on the line, boy, and see if that factors in.
Yes,
I
indeed.
guarantee you it won't. Wow.
What happened? Okay, I think we are all caught up with our super chats. Appreciate everybody, man. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Let's get on up out of here. We gonna at the end of the day, shout out to the playmakers.
I spoke with Michael and Elijah, and I said,
we gonna have to fight, man.
You do it like they did it. I wanted to stand in front
Come on
of
with
my
it.
boys and say, do it like your dad, like
Do it
any
like
proud
look,
dad
do it like
want to. And at that moment, a voice came over me.
that voice came over, baby.
And said, look up.
Look up.
Get up.
Get up.
And don't ever give up.
The fight started, baby. Get back on your 2 feet and get that done. Don't contemplate it. Let's get that done. This video
we up out of here, baby.
Who couldn't make it? I'm standing
roll
tall,
those
my
credits.
chest up, chin up high like they can't break me. Like Sean, it's time to fight. Fight.
Final word tonight, baby. Fight.
Dallas, boy, we tryna fight. Like Sean, it's time to fight. Fight. Game time, it's time to fight. Fight. We don't never give up. We don't never give up. We don't never give up.
Shout out to you, Davey, J Recruiter, Sidney Jones, Derek Harris, Glenn Caper.
Who couldn't make it? I'm standing tall, my chest up, chin up high like they can't break me. Like Sean, it's time to fight. They know just how we coming. This Dallas, boy, we tryna fight. Like Sean, it's time to fight. Game time, it's time to fight. We don't never give up. 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 We don't never give up.
Spartans, prepare for glory. Give me my theme music.
Hey, oh, come on with it. That's all we wanted to do in the first place, baby. Let's get it.
I've been really in the field, run from it. Destiny arrives all the same. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up. I am. Kinda check the song. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Are you not entertained? Count that too, count. Are you not entertained? Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Oh, snap. Did y'all get that news again?
We answered, I talked stuff, I thought we had it, but it goes to show you who's a better team, and I'm sticking Cowboys.
You're crying.
Oh, my goodness.
I love my Eagles. I don't believe this.
You gonna clap the hat one more time for the Eagles for the hard fight they did?
Let's go, birds fly, Eagles fly. Still Super Bowl chance for now.
Oh, snap. I cannot believe it.
We're looking great. Go birds. Let's go birds. Eat
Cry, Eagles, cry.
Robert.
Y'all trying to kill me? You killing me, man? This ain't not.
Hey, shout out to the Falcons, man. Dirty Bird, do the Dirty Bird, baby. Boy, wait, we had the lowest attendance ever on this show from Eagles fans. They were ready to pour it all on us, weren't they? Wasn't they? Well, they were ready to do us in, man. They were going to try to do us today, man.
Like this motherfucker don't miss.
I don't miss.
No, he's good. That
I'm
motherfucker
good.
don't miss, man. He's good. In the heat of battle, he don't miss. No. In the heat of controversy,
Shout
he
out
don't
to
miss.
Dak Prescott cousin. Yeah, Dak cousin.
God sees in you.
I bet you they won't say him no more.
And that's why he chose you to break generation cycles. And he about to open door for you that no man can shut.
Dak cousin, baby.
Because he wants to be a witness for what he about to do.
Where them Eagles at, man?
My God. You want them to be a witness.
All I ask.
What he about to do. So keep faith. Keep faith. And don't worry about if God gonna do it. Because it's already done. It's already done. You are favored. Victory's upon you. I need y'all to receive this message. Big dog. Yeah, that's right. See, when you invest in something, and you hustle and you work for something, you got a different type of attachment to it.
Yeah,
you
man.
gonna have a cold day in hell for somebody to try to take this from you. We live by this, we die by this. We don't surrender, we don't retreat. Every man must search his own soul. I listen to that quote every morning. I want to get mine out the mud. I want mine out the dirt. I don't want no handouts. I don't want no celebrity to co-sign me. Right. And somebody to see me in the street and say, I remember when such and such put you on.
You supposed to run the ball. Get the ball to Saquon.
I'm gonna be myself.
If we don't, even if they don't get it, we got 40 seconds left.
The world is a cruel place. It can be a beautiful place if you allow it to be. Once your perspective changes, that's when miracles happen. What else I gotta conquer so I can get to the next level? What else? There's always gonna be giants at the gate. If it ain't rough, it ain't us. Let's go. Wow. So it ain't like why me. It's like why not me? Let's do it. The flowers don't chase the bees. The flowers just are.
Let me tell you something. Kellen Moore, let me tell you something. We're going to change your fucking name to Colin Moore because we need to call more fucking offensive coordinators and fire. I can't believe this motherfucker didn't run the ball, man. We got Saquon fucking Barkley for a fucking reason. Pick your fucking head up, JoJo. Got you wrong with your stupid ass. I ain't mad at you.
Emotional damage.
Come out the closet and stop keeping a secret and let the world know if it had not been for the Lord that was on my side.
Oh man, you're also mixtape. You're supposed to run the ball. Get the ball to Saquon. If we don't, even if they don't get it, we got 40 seconds left, dog.
Swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up?
Let me tell you something.
Have you gone through a time of swallowing?
It ain't to call it more. We need to call more fucking offensive coordinators and fire.
Y'all killing me with this.
All I can't believe this motherfucker didn't run the ball, man. We got Saquon fucking reason.
You killing me, man.
Pick your fucking head up, JoJo.
Y'all killing me with this.
Stupid ass.
Robert.
Why all this commotion going on, man?
We answered, I talked stuff, I thought we had it, but it goes to show you who's a better team, and I'm sticking Cowboys.
You're crying.
I'm hurt. I love my Eagles. I don't believe it.
You gonna flap the hat one more time for the Eagles for the hard fight they did?
Let's go Birds, fly, Eagles fly, still Super Bowl chance.
Oh man, that get lost on mixtape. Who's supposed to run the ball? Get the ball to Saquon. If we don't, even if they don't get it, we got 40 seconds left, dog. Let me tell you something. Kellen Moore, let me tell you something. We're going to change your fucking name to Colin Moore because we need to call more fucking offensive coordinators and fire.
That's where we hold them.
I can't believe this motherfucker
Emotional damage.
We got Saquon fucking Barkley for a fucking reason. Pick your fucking head up, JoJo.
You must be out of your goddamn mind. If you wanna leave, baby, go ahead and leave.
Come on, baby. Yeah. Oh, let me get on up out of here, man.
If you wanna leave, baby.
Oh my my gosh, man.
You having an unnatural allegiance to losers is not like you.
Let me get you pick your head up, man. Oh my gosh, man. DC for life, man. Not for short. Salute. Peace.